Welcome everybody to our Green Acres. I'm so glad you came over to our channel today. And if you are new to my channel, I want to introduce myself. My name is Teresa. Alright, today's video is going to be a fun one, and I know I say that on every video, but I hope y'all enjoy my videos as much as I enjoy making them. But today's video, I'm going to take y'all along on a little scavenger hunt. You're going to need to watch 8 videos, and we're going to have the playlist to all of them down in my description box. But each one's going to have a keyword that you're going to need to hunt for. And you're going to get eligible to win a Cricut. All the details and rules are going to be in my video. Hope y'all enjoy. Projects today are going to be some good ones. They're going to be some summertime items that we can make to decorate our home with for spring and summertime. If you haven't joined my Facebook home decor page, I'd love for you to go over and join it, and also go over and follow me on Pinterest and Instagram. Okay, the first project, I'm going to show you how I make a summer wall decor. And I'm going to make this out of a DIY project that I did. There's a previous video and I will link it below. But I took one of my bathroom cabinets. I redone my bathroom and I didn't need these cabinet doors. And I did a whole video on how to repurpose them. And I made a chalkboard out of one of them. Well, I'm going to take it because it's really plain. I'm going to take a stencil set that I have linked on Amazon in my Amazon store. And I use these stencil sets a lot. I've shared this stencil set in a lot of my videos, and it's a good price for the money because you get over 9 stencils in I think over 24 shapes. But it had one for summertime, so I haven't used this one yet, so I was excited. I thought, well, I'm going to put it on this chalkboard. So I just stenciled it across the top because I want to add like a little hanging basket full of florals, because to me that screams summertime. So here's the little basket I'm going to use. This is repurposed. It had a Christmas tree in it around Christmas time, and the Christmas tree, I've thrown it away, but I saved a little basket. It's going to work perfect because it's got that little flat back. Now I'm just adding a little lace handle, and I've got this lace ribbon in my Amazon store, but I use a lot of lace and it always comes in handy on my projects. So I cut a very long strip because I want to tie it at the top just to have some tails on it, and then I just glued it on through some little gaps in my woven basket on the back and hot glued it, and look how cute it is. So now I can put all kinds of stuff in this. So now I'm going to style it for you and let you see all the florals you can put in this basket. And it really looks good with a little pink fabric bow that I made. And I made that from some fabric that I purchased at Walmart. And I've got a video on how to make bows. But a lot of times if you take fabric, they make great bows. So I'm going to let y'all see all the many ways that we can style this little basket. Now I'm going to let Trish and Kay from the Crafting Cousins go over all the rules for the scavenger hunt.
Today we are excited to be teaming up with 7 talented friends for a viewer scavenger hunt. Let us explain how it works.
All 8 channels will have a DIY video in a playlist, with a link to the playlist in our description box below. Watch all 8 videos from the playlist and comment on each video.
Each creator will reveal a secret word somewhere during their video. Collect all 8 secret words and email them to us at DIYscavengerhunt@gmail.com. The email will be listed in the description box below. We will randomly draw the winner from those who qualify on Saturday, May 15th, 2021. The winner will be announced on our community tabs.
Follow the treasure map through all 8 channels and you could win the ultimate treasure of a Cricut Joy and tool set. We are sorry, but due to shipping issues, the contest is limited to the continental United States. Good luck, y'all!
Now I'm going to show y'all how to make an easy drop cloth no-sew pillow cover. And I've been wanting to make this for this pillow for a long time. This is a pillow that I use in the fall because you can see it's fall colors. Well, I'm going to take some drop cloth and I'm going to measure it out for the size of my pillow. And that's what you'll want to do. It's going to depend on what size pillow you want to cover, but you'll want to allow extra fabric because we're going to want to leave probably about 1 inch of an inseam. So we will have plenty of fabric to cover the pillow and it won't be very tight, because what we want to do is we want to put the pillow inside. So I went around, I'm measuring really carefully. I put my pillow inside and I'm using some pins and it'll go around all the sides. Now I cut 1 piece of drop cloth, but I left 1 sewn edge with the hem, and then I folded it. So basically we're only going to have to glue 2 sides. We're going to have to glue 1 end and one like side, so that way we don't have to do a lot of gluing. And you know, if you fold that fabric over, then that counts as, you know, a seam for you. So now I'm just going, so I won't get all wonky on my cutting and go crooked, I'm using my ruler and I'm just kind of measuring out so when I go to cut, I can cut straight and my fabric will be straight and consistent for my pillow. Now I'm just going to go along the lines that I just cut as my pattern, and you know, I'm going to cut off that excess fabric. But again, I'm leaving excess fabric because I'd rather cut it too large than too small. That way we can always go back and trim it up if we need to. So I just kind of trim. I'll put my pillow back in it. I keep measuring. And so now I'm going to go on that little inseam, and like I say, I'm leaving about 1 inch, and I'm going to go down and I'm going to glue all the way down. And you want to press, you know, good when you go, just to make sure your glue is adhering really good to your fabric. Now I have a lot of questions on what kind of glue sticks I use, but I use Gorilla mini glue sticks, and to me they work really well. And I think they are good for the washing machine, but you will definitely need to read on the label for sure. But they do hold well on fabric. So now I'm doing that side, and the other end, of course, we're going to leave it open because that's going to be the insert for our pillow. Now once I got it all glued down, I just go around with my hand and I just press it down really good to make sure that I've got, you know, it all bonded together good. Now I'm going to turn it inside out now because this is going to be the outside of it, and you'll want to work your corners out with your fingers, and that's really easy to do. And I'm just going to make sure that it's the right size for my pillow before I go any further. But I'm just showing you, there's the open end. And then I'm going to take that cover off my pillow because I just want my pillow insert. And I'm going to fold this up. I'll store it and I'll bring it back out for fall. So what we're doing here is we're just making an inexpensive pillow cover for our pillow. And I'm going to show you different options of things that you can put on the front of this pillow. There's so many things you can do, and I'm going to show them to you in just a minute. So now I'm just working my pillow in there. And I have actually, it worked out. I measured it perfect, believe it or not. So my pillow is going to fit good. You know, everything looks good. My seams, are all adhered well. And now I'm going to take my pillow insert back out. I'm going to turn the fabric back to the inside again. And I want to go in, and now I'm going to trim off some of that excess inseam. That way you just have a smoother line on your seams of your pillow. So I'm just trimming that off. Now once I got all that trimmed off, now I'm going to add some little ties to the end. So when I put my pillow insert in there, I can have some cute little ties for the end that's open. Now I just took the hem of the drop cloth and I cut one that I think I was 24 inches, I think is what measured, and I cut those in half. Now I'm going to hot glue one to the top and one to the bottom. And these, like I say, the glued part's going to be on the inside of the pillow cover once we turn it back out when we get it finished. Now I'm measuring 4 inches from the ends and it's all going to depend on the size of your pillowcase. You may want to put 3 ties on yours. I just went with 2. I felt like that was enough. And now I'm just going to glue them down now that I have them measured and I have them in place. Okay, y'all, I know y'all have patiently been waiting on this keyword for the scavenger hunt. So my keyword is hummingbird. Alright, now we got our ties finished on the end. I think it's going to look good. So now I'm going to turn it inside out again. This will be the last time, and we're going to put our pillow insert back in, and it's going to be ready to embellish any way we want. And then, like I said, I'm going to show you some options of some things that you can put on the front of it. You know, you can always leave it plain if you want to, but I had a few things on hand. I've had a really sweet viewer. She sent me some transfers. They're not really transfers. They're actually, I think they call them fabric blocks, so they can be glued on, or you can take out your sewing machine and you can sew them and stitch them on. But I'm going to show you a couple of those that she sent me, and they would work really well on these. And I know you can purchase these a lot of times in Etsy, in the little Etsy shops. They have a lot of different ones that you can purchase and put on. If you like this video so far, I hope you'll hit that like button. And also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I'd love for you to. Now I'm going to show you a cute little filigree bird, and I had a sweet viewer that sent me the little fabric blocks I'm going to show you. She also sent me a package that had this little bird in it, and I love him. I'm not sure where she got him. It looks like maybe Walmart, maybe Hobby Lobby, but I'm going to take him and I'm going to chalk paint him white, and then I'm just going to show you a really simple way of how, you know, we can just kind of embellish it and kind of, you know, just kind of make it a little bit more summery. And you don't even have to chalk paint it. It was pretty the way it was. But I'm going to add, you know, another fabric bow that I made with some more fabric that I purchased at Walmart. And then I'm going to embellish it and just show you some cute ways that we can use it for our summertime decor. Now I'm going to also leave a video link at the end of this video and also my description box on how I repurposed this chair, and I made those little vintage wood shoe forms, and also this little Shabby Chic bulletin board. So I'll have a link to that down below. I really hope y'all enjoyed this little scavenger hunt video, and remember to go out. Go through the playlist, get all the keywords in the video so you'll be eligible for that Cricut. So I wish all of y'all the best of luck on that. I appreciate y'all for watching, and I appreciate everyone on the collab for inviting me, and I really enjoyed working with y'all. Love y'all. Hope to see y'all in my next video.